Hey everyone, so I'm making a quick video just on fermented chicken feed. Really simple, it's really easy to make. I just think it's pretty useful because it reduces how much food the chickens you have or birds you have are consuming, and that, will reduce your food cost. And the fermentation of it kind of just gives them a little kick in the winter. This is basically where I started. I have, probably about food mixed with, corn, seeds, the regular layer crumble, all the stuff that you would give them normally. I throw scratch in there. I had oats one time. It's really simple. So you fill it up with all the food, and then you put water in there, some distilled tap water. So if you don't have a distilled water, you can just put it in a bucket, leave it out for overnight. Then it's pretty good. It gets all the chlorine evaporated out of the water. And then you can fill up the water about 2 inches or so above where the food ends, because it's going to absorb a lot of the water that it's sitting in. And if you just stir it daily, it mixes around. After about 3 days, you'll know it's ready because it'll have a little smell to it, have a little kind of a yeast sweet smell or something like that. And it'll also start bubbling a little bit. I've already drained out a lot of the water. As you can see, I have a little strainer here. This is my stirring spoon. I've basically used that to just stir it around every day. But also I can move it around in the strainer and press it up against the walls to get all the excess liquid out. Because you don't want to give it to them with all that liquid still in it. They're just not going to get as much out of it. A lot of the liquid's going to soak out of it and kind of sit in the bottom of the dish right there. But as you can see, after draining it out a couple times, those are 2 good sized food dishes. I'm still offering them the regular crumble, the dry crumble, so they can still get their food whenever they want. But I'm trying this out, seeing how much they like it. And so far, my layer flock has liked it a lot more than the silkies. I think it's going to be really nice in the summer too, because it's, a wet, nice snack. So I have it draining into this other bucket, just all the liquid that comes out. And sometimes if you're remaking, going to do another batch right after that, you can drain out some of the water and reuse that water and add oats just into that old water, and then the fermentation process goes by a little quicker because it already has all that stuff already drained into it. So yeah, it's really nice. I've made a couple batches over the past week. If you start doing it one day and then you set another batch, it'll be ready by the time they're done with it. Because it takes them about a day or 2, maybe 3 days to eat a whole bowl of this. You can hear all the chicks in here. I have the incubators going. I have them covered because my bird likes someone's chewing on them. But they are going to be moved out to the brooder out in the other coop. It's a bigger dog kennel. I'm going to put both brooders together so they can get more established. And I've tested the temperature out there. It's over at around 90 degrees, because I have the heat lamp secured with some twist ties and the clamp, and I wanted to make sure it was safe with the other birds being in there. But they're going to have their own section. I'm going to show you guys when I bring the food out. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little look at the fermented feed. So we're in the silkie coop right now. Gave them their fermented feed. Some more of the liquid has drained out. It's okay for that to be a little bit, because they will kind of actually drink that up and kind of eat it a little bit. And I can dump it out as I go. That's basically all. I'll have a new dust bath in here with diatomaceous earth and a little bit of sand mixed into it. They might be hopping in there every so often, but I just wanted to offer them a little something for the winter for dust baths. They can get some dry spots over in that corner. This mister had a long night outside on top of my roof and in some trees. But we managed to catch him with a net and a ladder up on a balcony because he was on our roof. So he's back though. His wings are not clipped. Neither of their wings are clipped. So that's going to be a project within the next couple weeks to get their wings clipped, because they are flying off way too much. Still got Broody Mama over there. Val is coming over to visit her, but she's the buff lady right back in there. Over here is the outdoor brooder right now. The dog kennel, we have a heat lamp. It's secured with the bread ties. Not bread ties, but they're like twist ties. Up over there in question. So I know it's safe. I just put in their food and water. Well, I think I'm going to add some hay right around the food and water area because it's, I mean, some of them are eating it fine, but some of them are a little smaller. They're probably about a week apart, but I wanted to get them mixed together so they don't establish a pecking order later on. This is on the outside, but I have chicken wire wrapped all the way around so they can't get out anywhere, and they have a good amount of space down there too. And eventually this whole corner will kind of be their area. I'll get rid of the dog kennel eventually, and it'll be something like that. You are very curious about the babies, aren't you? And a lot of these chicks in here, probably about 90% of them are going to my sister. She asked me to hatch out some Easter eggers and some black copper morans. So, what I do is I mark the eggs that are staying under her. This one doesn't have anything marked. This one does. It has a date. It's still warm. Well, that's 7 right there. Now I'll take these 3 inside. Calm down, lady. She gets so panicked whenever she comes off the nest. These guys want to come out, but the snow we just got made, most of our areas all snowed in except for this part I had shoveled early on. The run is starting to have some spots where you can see the ground, but not much. So I don't want to put them out here just yet. And this is the fermented feed for the other guys at the other coop. They really love this stuff. So let's head out there. So we are back down at the other coop. You guys ready for some fermented feed? Yeah. We have another broody mama up here. Look how broody she looks. She's on 6 eggs. She was on 7 originally, like the other one. But one must have cracked and they ate it or something, and so they got rid of that one pretty quick. But they're probably about a week in, maybe 10 days. So I had too many for the silkie mama in there, and she was broody. This lady was broody as well. So we're gonna see how she does. She was broody earlier in the year too, and she kind of just broke herself. And she was fine for a couple months, and now she is again. So these guys are kind of scared to go up into the nest boxes because she screams probably whenever anyone gets up in there. She's a really good mama. She doesn't like people coming up over her to check on her. How are they today? Pecking at me? I like to just make sure she hasn't laid any, or anyone nearby have laid any. Well, something that you don't need under there. Hey, you don't want this. You don't need that. Golf balls. Golf balls are in here to try to fool them. Fools her, obviously. What are you doing out here? Amber coming for a visit. She's been coming up to the coop recently. She likes to say hi. So yeah, not much has changed out here. Their run is a lot of snow. That is their flock block. I bought them right before the blizzards came. I put it outside because we hadn't got much snow, and it was all I thought it would be okay. But it got buried, and now it's kind of melting, but they're still kind of pecking at it. When I give them scratch in the morning, I throw it onto that pile of stuff, so they still have to kind of pick through it. Don't want to waste it, but I can't wait for the day when I get to bring all these guys back outside. They're not happy with this pen. What? So yeah, and I'll walk you guys around over there. But I have a little dust bath for them on that side. This is their dust bath. I think these guys would be using it more than the silkies. And then this is their temporary other nest box for when Broody Mama up there is hogging the. What are you doing? You're being crazy. Yeah, you're stuck now. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to bring one of the hens from the silky coop inside. Also, she's kind of had some signs of like a wry neck type thing. I'm not sure if she got pecked at a little hard because I know they have a kind of different formed skull. So it could be something like that they got pecked at, or it just seems a lot like wry neck where she's bending it around, but she doesn't do it all the time. So I'm taking her inside for probably about a week, and we'll put her on some treatment and see what she does from that and go from there. So we're inside my room. I'm going to show you my hen that I talked about. She seems like she has like a wry neck or crooked neck type condition. I've added a few things that I'm going to tell you guys all about that I've done. And if you guys have any advice on it, you can definitely let me know. As you can see right here, her neck just definitely looks different. It's kind of crooked and just... Are you kidding me? Amber. So her neck just kind of looks crooked, and it just looks a little different. Sometimes, basically, when I pick her up, or if she's on a weird slope or something, it's hard to explain, she will kind of curl her neck underneath her chest, and it's some type of thing. I don't really know. It just, from what I've looked up about wry neck, it seems a lot like that. But I know she is a silky hen, and they can have the sensitive skulls like I talked about before, and something about the skull where it's not as fully developed around the neck and brain. So she could have got pecked at, and something like that could have happened. But if anyone has any advice on what to do on a hen like this, I'm just keeping her inside, giving her some medication, some home remedies to kind of help her situation and make sure she's not getting pecked at, because I don't want her to go to the bottom of the pecking order in the coop. So this is just one of my brooders I use for the chicks. I just moved the chicks outside, so these indoor brooders are not being used. In the water, I have added vitamins and electrolytes, just a simple yellow tinted water. The ones you see at local feed stores. That is this right here. So my goal is to bump up the vitamin E levels in her food and water, because that can help with the wry neck situation, if that even is what's going on. But I think it'll still kind of help the situation out a little bit. So I add that to actually mostly all of my bird waters, and I think that's doing a pretty good job. But I just add a little extra into her water specifically. Next thing I did in the water, the simple little oral vitamin pills that people take. There's a little bit of liquid on the inside of this, obviously, and I just kind of try to pop it open, make it break inside the water, and to at least get that in the water. And sometimes I try to break it. I've been trying to break it open and suck up the water with the syringe and give it to her orally, so she's just getting the complete vitamin E supplement. And when I did do that earlier, it seemed like she did definitely get a little bit in her mouth, and I hope that helps out a little bit. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. The other thing I did to help is I added these simple home remedies I saw online that you can add to the food. Basically, I just added a little bit of basil leaves, oregano leaves, and parsley flakes. I just added a little bit of that to her regular food, and the goal is that she kind of pecks that around and eats it while she's eating it. But I just want her to be, okay. She's one of my first silkies, so I want her to at least be comfortable and, something good to happen. But it's just kind of weird because it happened really randomly. But she definitely is still eating, still drinking. So all these plants right here basically just have higher vitamin E levels in it as well. It's a good source of natural vitamin E. So I saw that online. I was like, I might as well try it. And so yeah, that's my situation right now. If anyone has any ideas, like I said, I would love to hear it. Comment, message me. Anything would be great. And I'll keep you guys updated on how she goes. Sorry for not making a video in a little bit. I've been busy with a lot of things around the house, taking care of the animals. It's been really rainy, so I've gotten a lot of fresh straw. And yeah, so a lot of things are going on, and I'm going to be happy to make more videos soon. So definitely let me know if you guys have any advice or suggestions on any more videos or anything you want to see. Thanks, like and rate and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.